Hey everybody, it's Barbara Ann. Welcome back to my channel, Straight Out of Context. We're going to talk about Gypsy Rose Blanchard and how she is being called out and aired out by mainstream media and large content creators because it is beyond time for A&E Network, Lifetime, HBO, Ben Bella Books, 2020, ABC, and 60 Minutes to really learn that giving a murderer a platform was not a good move. Believing a convicted murderer was not a smart move. And that we are no longer going to further perpetrate her abuse, her causing trauma and hurt in people that are in her life, including her ex-husband. But let's listen to what Trisha, TMZ, and Perez Hilton have to say.
I've always been Team Ryan, and I feel like I'm more Team Ryan more than ever. I think the internet is seeing Gypsy Rose as the person. Like, yeah, she's like leading him on for sure. I feel so sad because she was like texting him and stuff like 3 months ago. Like, I don't know. It was very weird. Like, he started dating a new girl. And are you dating this person? And he's like, what? And then she put out all his medical records and she just, I don't know. She seems a little unhinged at the moment. She said she reached out to him like right after she gave birth. And she's like, Ken is my love, but Ryan is my comfort person. I'm like, you're so weird. And then she has the audacity to be like, leave me alone. Get over it. I was like, girl, you're the one that's
It was
texting
wild.
him.
She posted the TikTok and I was like, this, I kind of live. She went, this video is going to be for Ryan Anderson, and if you're not Ryan Anderson, then keep scrolling. But I know y'all watch, and that's okay. But this video is not for y'all. It's him. It does give me old school Trisha vibes. It does.
That is the most offensive thing ever.
Tati dumb as hell. Are you kidding me? This gives me Tati dumb as hell era.
No, even my Tati dumb as hell, I'm a little more sensical, and this one, hers is like sensical.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Sensical,
like, this should have been an email, because if she's trying to just talk to him about whatever's going on between them privately.
I guess I know what you're saying. Okay, yeah. All right, let's.
It does give me the old school like call out and like as if only the person that you're calling out will watch it.
This is
really
Gabby Hanna. It's for you. Gabby Hanna, this video's for you.
It does give me that energy.
Oh my god.
And for that, I appreciate what Gypsy's doing.
Do you? I feel like it's a little more crazy. I didn't know Tati. I'm a little like drug addict, like talking to like Tati. I've never met her, don't know her. This is like her ex-husband that was in love with her. She cheated on him, gaslit him, manipulated him, helped her get her out of prison.
You're right. When
There's
you humanize it,
yeah.
When you humanize it, it's like, damn. The spectacle is kind of camp in that sense, but you're right. Like the actual humans behind the spectacle, I'm like, yeah, you clock that for sure.
Because she is very showing narcissistic tendencies. Even when she was like, he didn't even show up for our divorce hearing. I thought he'd want to see me one last time. It's like, bitch, it's your divorce day. He's like, get me out of this. I'm already processing feelings. Like, I don't know. I kind of like I can't get behind her really.
She, the way she has a way with words. She said, whenever you put out text messages between you and I that I think are sacred. When I mean sacred, I mean that there are very few people I trust in this world. I've always counted you as one of them. I reached out to you when I was 2 weeks postpartum and I didn't know how to handle my emotions. I just had a baby. My literal whole life changed in an instant. I don't regret having Aurora. She's the best thing that ever happened to me, but I leaned on you because I trust you. And then she vented. She said she vented to Ryan when she felt distant from Ken, which is like...
Crazy.
It is,
well,
yeah.
Okay.
I feel
crazy.
Yeah.
Like postpartum is wild, but you can't act like Ryan is the one that's like pursuing you and you're like, let it go, dude. Like, move on.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
You know?
You're
and
right.
it's like, but you are texting him and being like, I'm relying on you. I need you at this time. I'm feeling distant from my husband. Like, what does he think then? He probably does love her. I mean, he obviously was like more in love with her than she was him. So he's probably like trying to be there for her. And then for her to like act like he's the crazy one. I'm like, girl, well, you're also like.
It almost sounds like she could convince somebody like him to kill someone for her.
Stupid.
What? She's, I'm sorry, in other words, what I had in my mind, she's very manipulative. What?
Stupid.
She literally is.
I was gonna like that one.
She wants Ryan to be there for her on her terms and her terms only, and don't make it public. But you be there for like it's just somebody like I trusted you. This is sacred, all that. So it makes him feel important, and their communication is so, it's so sacred, right? It's like
then
so
she put
special.
out though. Then she was like, he's been on methadone the whole time, which means like he's a
Well,
recovering
right now
addict.
she's punishing him because he didn't do it her way.
And then that weird video of her on the beach, you see where she had like an accent.
No.
She's like, if you come for me, I'll come for you. I got stuff on you. Don't even play like that. Like she started having this like weird accent.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, where'd that come from? She's like, you hit me up. You texting me. Like she was just like being
she was
so
like being like mob mentality.
something. She goes, you want to play those games? I can play them too. I got dirt on you too. I was like, it was just so weird. I was like, what
She just wants him to be a puppy, to do what she wants the way she wants it.
I mean, she scares me, to be honest. I'm not even in a relationship with her. I'm like, girl, you need to chill. And why are you putting this all out there? Like, just so weird. And I feel for her because, I mean, the clips of her and Ken, I mean, he couldn't be more disinterested. I saw a clip from the show, and she was trying to like tell him something, and he just kept blending. Did you see that one? He just kept pushing the blender every time she started talking, and I was like, that's crazy. She's like, yeah. So Ron texted me, and then she's like, she's like, sorry, you know, I have ADHD, I can't hear you. And he was like kind of being serious. I was like, what is happening?
Because I saw the clips of them at the restaurant and stuff too when it was talking about like what to order or whatever.
Yes.
I thought it was just a shtick for the show, but maybe that is the tea.
No, he's always. I don't like to be the one that's like, oh, he's not into you, but I mean, I think when you're on the outside, you can just see him. Like that person is definitely not into her the way Ryan was. Now Ryan a little overbearing, yes. I think she could find a medium. Yes, because he was a lot. He would piss me off too. I'd be like, get off me! I just got out of prison, but.
Yeah, I just got out of prison. It's crazy.
But Kat is just like, he doesn't want to touch butts with her even. He's like, let's face opposite directions. Don't even put. She's like, what if my butt touches yours? She's like, well, don't, because it gets hot. Like,
oh my god!
It's just they shouldn't have a reality show, but yeah, it makes the calls. I guess it's just like people want to watch. I guess train wrecks and messes and.
Rose has completely lost it. I don't even know if unhinged is the word to describe this.
It's sad at this point. We'll explain why, but it's a lot.
Gypsy Rose is crashing out. Also, tell you all about it. But first,
Chip.
when I was scrolling.
Yeah, please tell them how we found this story, please.
As we're scrolling through TikTok over the weekend and early Monday morning, I think we were all a little shocked to see Gypsy Rose start a TikTok video. And the first thing she said in the TikTok video was this.
So this video is going to be for Ryan Anderson, and if you're not Ryan Anderson, then keep scrolling.
So immediately I go, what?
First of all, and then she goes, anyone who's not Ryan Anderson, scroll past. I go, I am not.
I am not scrolling.
I respectfully, I am never.
Not only am I not scrolling, I'm saving it right now in case you delete it.
And then she made like a snarky comment, like, I know you guys like to watch.
So, Gypsy Rose, seemingly out of nowhere, dropped this video trashing Ryan Anderson, and we'll play the video so you can hear it. And I say seemingly out of nowhere because I didn't realize that the reason why Gypsy Rose dropped this video is because of Ryan Anderson leaked over the weekend text messages that he got from Gypsy Rose.
Listen,
why is that important, Steph?
It's important because, first of all, she's with Kevin.
Ken got a whole man. Literally just had a baby.
And I didn't even know they were in contact.
Gypsy Rose, if y'all don't remember, when she first got out of jail, she was with Ryan Anderson.
Right.
And then she left Ryan Anderson and got with the guy Ken Urker. Now she has a baby by Ken Urker. Her and Ken Urker over the weekend was like at festivals, hanging out, chilling.
PDA videos on her TikTok.
Only for us to find out that she was actively texting Ryan Anderson at the same time, allegedly, even though we saw the text messages.
Yes. I want to highlight as well, she made sure to sound extra manipulative in this video by saying, like, you know, I'm always going to be there for you. Like, me and you can't be in contact anymore. I was going through a hard time with postpartum. That could all be true. And, like, she needed some support and Ken wasn't there. But at the same time, I think this is a shock to Ken, to the world. How are they if you would have told me, are they in contact? I'd be like, no, there's no way.
All right. So for the people that did not, you guys aren't watching on YouTube and you're listening on like Spotify, Apple, the text to Ryan Anderson. This is Gypsy to Ryan. She says, I feel so lost. Like, I don't know what's real anymore. And that was before she asked, are you with Amber J? What does that got to do with anything? Like, why are you texting an ex-man asking if he got a new girlfriend?
She wants both. And that's what all the comments are saying. I'm just saying what the comments are saying. She wants both.
It didn't make no sense. Like,
someone said it's giving. She's not happy with Ken.
And obviously we don't know, but like if you are in a relationship and you're happy, you are not looking back.
Talking about your ex.
Come on.
Talking about or talking to?
And then asking him like, oh, are you dating this girl Amber J? Why does that matter, bro?
Even if I was.
None of your business. Well, Ryan leaked the text messages and that's what sent Gypsy over them.
Warning. Major gaslighting and manipulation in this video. Not from me, from her. Hello, my friend. Perez here, the queen of all media, the original influencer and convicted schmurderer. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is sadsies and betrayed by her ex-husband, Ryan Anderson. If you haven't been keeping up with the ex-convict turned reality TV star, earlier this week, her former husband, Ryan, a teacher, took to social media to share private text messages that she sent him. And these messages are from a few months ago. He's been holding on to this for the right moment. Happy early Mother's Day! Back in January, just weeks after becoming a first-time mom in December, she texted him, "Are you with Amber J?" Amber J is a social media creator that Ryan is said to be spending a lot of time with. First of all, why do you care if he's with Amber J or not? You dumped him. You are with another man now, and you just had a child together. Also, Gypsy texted Ryan at 1:53 a.m. on January the 14th. Yes, he shared a screen grab of her messages. So, he was probably sleeping. After texting him at 1:53 a.m., he had not responded by morning time. And at 9:18 a.m., she texted her ex-husband again. After saying, "Are you with Amber J?" she then said, "I feel lost. Like, I don't know what is real anymore." It should be noted that Ryan shared this screenshot of these messages set to the tune Return of the Mac. "You lied to me." He captioned it, "I speak the truth, always have, only be real." Meaning, she's a liar, mentirosa, bad liar at that. If you don't remember, their split was quite messy, with Gypsy alleging that Ryan was physically threatening and controlling. She was so scared after they got into a fight that she locked herself in the bathroom. He got in her face and screamed. Ryan has previously denied all of her allegations against him. He said in an interview with Extra, quote, "I've never physically threatened Gypsy at all, and she knows that." And now he's got the receipts, and he shared it with the world. If she felt threatened by him, if she was afraid of him, if she thought he was a bad person, why would she be texting him, "Are you with a new woman? I feel lost. I just don't know what's real anymore." Well, after Ryan put her on blast, Gypsy herself went to social media and made a video. In a very condescending intro, she said, "This video is going to be for Ryan Anderson. And if you're not Ryan Anderson, then keep scrolling. But I know you'll watch, and that's okay. But this video is not for y'all. It's for him." According to her, she reached out because she had been feeling distant from Ken, her baby daddy, whom she left her husband for after the birth of their daughter. She was going through it. Then, through crocodile tears, she explains, "Whenever you put out text messages between you and I that I think are sacred, that should, in my opinion, be sacred between us. And when I mean sacred, I mean that. There are few people I trust in this world, and I have always counted you as one of them. Seeing that text message that you released, for what? For what? Because you wanted to show that you were the truth teller on social media? Well, that hurt my trust." Then she goes on to admit that she's put out personal information of his in the past, but says she's truly sorry and won't put out anything else. Yeah, she put out a lot of information of his in the past when she was promoting the new season of her Lifetime reality show. I remember. She also acknowledges that it's probably been really hard for him to watch her life play out on TV after their sudden, bitter split. However, she then makes it sound like the texting is all his fault. Like he's the one who keeps pursuing a relationship with her. Gypsy says, I hate that we keep doing this back and forth, but we're not trying to hurt each other. We're trying to hurt each other's reputations. I can't keep texting you. I can't keep talking to you. I have a whole family. I'm in a committed relationship. Committed. You know what they say? How you get 'em is how you lose 'em, Ken. How does it feel to be publicly cuckolded? I mean, that's a little extreme, but if I was Ken, I would be humiliated that my baby mama is talking so intimately just weeks after the birth of my child to her ex-husband. Ken. Gypsy continues in this very public video to Ryan, I have a daughter with this man, Ken. We can't be friends. We can't be friends. I wish I knew the rest of that song. Do you understand what position I'm in? As long as I keep talking to you, you feel some sort of connection. But that can't be. We can't do that. We're not at that space. I have a feeling she's saying all of this, perhaps not for Ryan, but for Ken. And maybe trying to make things better with him, because she done effed up big time. However, she does wish him the best. After mistreating him, she tells Ryan, I want you to be happy. I want you to move on. I want you to move on with someone that's going to make you happy, that's going to love you like you should be loved. And I know that it's hard because I get it. I did you wrong, and I'm sorry for that. And actually, that part right there, she did him dirty and then expected loyalty from him. She screwed him over and then got upset when he, I wouldn't even say screwed her over, but exposed her or helped her expose herself. Hypocrita. I think she needs to look in the mirror and do a lot more crying. Real tears, though. That's what I think. What do you think? There's a lot to discuss here. Let's get into it all in the comments section. Major gaslighting and manipulation in this video.
Don't act so surprised, Mr. Perez Hilton. Don't act like you were not warned months ago. Okay, she's a convicted murderer. Yeah, this little thing right here. If she wasn't white, if she wasn't female, if she wasn't white female, only 4'11", she would be in prison right now for what she did. Not only did she take the life of her mother, she made up an entire defense strategy that wasn't real and doesn't exist. Victimhood, victim narrative that doesn't exist. Then she turned around and completely slandered, libeled, and defamed a mentally disabled autistic man who she spent 3 years manipulating into believing this false victim story that she's being made to sit in a wheelchair. She wasn't 24 years old and she could have just got up at any time and just left. Oh, how about she tried to take her mom's life twice before. In the spring of 2011 and again on June 14th of 2011, she didn't meet Nick until October of 2012. The fact that Nicholas Godejohn lost his mother near the 5-year anniversary of the crime because of that one's choices and actions. That's 3 lives. Dee Dee Blanchard, Nicholas Godejohn, and Stephanie Goldhammer. And you don't think that she's capable of gaslighting and manipulating? I mean, she gaslit and manipulated her entire way into a free house, into free Make-A-Wish trips, into free laptops for Christmas, into free cars and vans. She manipulated and gaslit her entire way into a marriage and out of it. She gaslit and manipulated her entire way to motherhood. That one right there. But mark my words. If she wasn't white and she wasn't a female, she would be sitting in prison for the rest of her life. Because in Missouri, anybody over the age of 18 who knowingly causes the death of another person upon deliberation of the matter is guilty of first-degree premeditated murder. That's what she really did. Not the second-degree sweetheart plea deal that she got. What she really did by law. And the sentencing for that is either life in prison without the possibility of parole or the death penalty in the state of Missouri. They had more than enough evidence to prove that Gypsy Rose Blanchard, for almost 4.5 years, had been trying to take her mother out. Well before she ever met Nicholas Godejohn. And people keep telling mainstream media, people keep telling people like you, would you take the word of Jeffrey Dahmer and give him book deals and a TV show and let him free in society and just be, oh yes, king. Oh yes, king. Do you, king? The P is fire. No. And mark my words, if she wasn't 4'11", 129 pounds, if she wasn't a white female, she would not be in the mainstream media. She would not have TV shows, book deals, interviews. She wouldn't have a manager. She had a whole PR team drop her. An entire PR company worked with her and dropped her. So now everybody is surprised. What do you think people have been telling you for over 1.5 years? What has this world come to when we are giving convicted murderers platforms so they can continue manipulating and gaslighting not only us, but harming people in real life and their lives? While we sit back and just do nothing about it, we're the ones that are in society. We're the ones that do everything, that have the final say. We're the ones that give the ratings, the clicks, the views. We are the ones that have the power. Also, arguably, murder is a debt to society, and we are that society. She has been given every chance to show that she is reformed, rehabilitated, remorseful, that she is accountable, but no. She says, quote, I don't identify with being a murderer because I didn't commit the act. It doesn't matter. First-degree premeditated homicide in the state of Missouri is anybody over the age of 18 who knowingly causes the death of another person after deliberation upon the matter. She manipulated Nicholas Godejohn into being her accessory to her crime, a co-conspirator to her crime. And if what he did after 24 years, nobody came to this girl's defense, not her biological father, not her stepmother, not her 3 half-siblings, Nicolette, Mia, Dylan, nobody from Child Protective Services, no doctor, nobody from Adult Protective Services, nobody, not a police officer, not a neighbor, came to her aid. Why? Because she was pretending to be a paraplegic herself. As a 24-year-old woman, she was pretending to be a paraplegic for a monthly disability Social Security check, for the free house, for the free cars, until she's told she can't just go off and date whoever she wants. And yes, she was really sick. She has a microdeletion chromosome disorder. She really did have sleep apnea. She really did have strabismus of the eye, which will make you go blind. It's not lazy eye, 2 different things. Strabismus and lazy eye are. If she didn't have the several surgeries on it, she would be blind. And she still has issues with the eye. Yes, she has hypersalivation. They didn't just remove her salivary glands. They tried medication, oral medication. They tried therapy, actual therapy. They also tried Botox injections to try to understimulate and paralyze the submandibular glands, the salivary glands that she had removed, well before they moved to actually have a surgery. It's in her medical records. If you want them, Perez Hilton, I will gladly link you to them so you can read them yourself. She is a known liar, a pathological liar. And now she uses the media, the mainstream media, the same exact way she and her mother did. Except for now, she's always the perpetual victim in every scenario. Even the orchestration of her mother's murder. She has managed to solely put on the shoulders and the burden and the weight onto Nicholas Godejohn and to remove herself from it. And I'm just the victim. But if that was true, if that was really the truth from her perspective, she would be advocating for Nicholas Godejohn because she would know in her own mind that what she did was wrong. Okay, she would also be advocating for Nicholas Godejohn because she knows that she put him in that situation. She's the one who sought out somebody to commit the act for her. She's the one who's guilty of first-degree premeditated murder. She's the one who manipulated and lied and gaslit her way there. And now you guys are surprised that she's doing it to her ex-husband? She's a sociopath. And I dare her to go get a psychiatric evaluation done. And I dare her to have an FBI-administered lie detector test done. And you know why she'll never do it? Because it'll prove that she probably has a cluster B personality disorder, if not two. And it also will prove that she is lying. She was fully aware of the grift, and her mom were malingering together for money, financial gain. Munchausen syndrome by proxy, this is not it. This is not it. Munchausen syndrome by proxy is when you induce an illness in somebody else and they're not aware of it. Because you want medical professionals' attention. Not attention from society. That makes no sense. Why would you induce an illness in somebody and go to an emergency room to get attention from society? You're in the wrong place. People with Munchausen syndrome by proxy have a compulsion to induce or feign an illness in another person so they can get attention and praise from trauma ER doctors, from attending physicians, from whoever is on call, from registered nurses. That's what they're seeking. And I'll just reiterate, in her lifetime, she was never diagnosed with any of those psychiatric illnesses, Munchausen syndrome by proxy. She was never diagnosed with it. She was never, ever, ever convicted in a civil court for any kind of abuse or neglect on a child or an adult. She was never convicted in a criminal court for any kind of abuse or neglect on a child or an adult. And she also has never had Child Protective Services nor Adult Protective Services come to her house and investigate any kind of claims or any kind of calls or allegations. And did they ever open up an actual case against her? Let that sink in. So everything Gypsy says is bullshit, because what Gypsy says is always a lie to gaslight and manipulate her way into victimhood. Bet.
So I am making a painting for Aurora's nursery, and I just started working on it. I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish this, but I have always loved painting, and it's been a long time since I painted anything. So this is my first painting out in the free world. I'm excited. I have a couple of ideas of how I want to do this. I don't want to give away what it's gonna be, but I want you guys to leave comments in the comment section what you think this portrait is gonna be, this art piece is gonna be. I'll give you guys a hint. It is meaningful, and it involves family. So leave me a comment of what you think the drawing is going to be.
In one of the episodes of Life After Lockup Season 2, Gypsy is blowing up a pregnancy / delivery, like exercise ball thing, and it pans over to this little bouncer swing. Did Gypsy Rose Blanchard literally put a pastel colored tie-dyed rabbit in that thing like a baby? Oh, and then she announced this, that Aurora's last name is actually Erker now. Erker, not Euchre. Skipping over the first R completely. And then she's posting mediocre, mundane things like this. A rainy day is perfect for cuddles. And I'm pretty sure she doesn't mean the baby. Backdoor Ken, I think that is your cue there, buddy. But we all know that he's over there turning the blender up on high so he can just drown out her noise.
Oh, honey, I am so not threatened by you. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. My man with a 10-foot pole. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. My man with a 10-foot pole. Last check my check. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. Last check my check. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my reflection someone I don't know? Somehow I cannot hide who I am, though I've tried. When will my reflection show who I am inside? Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my reflection someone I don't know?
Girl, that's because in your own head, you think you're Disney princess. You think you're Rapunzel. But your real reflection shows the evil manipulator, sociopath, and murderer that you truly are. She is as disassociated from who she really is and her true reflection as she is from truth and reality from social media. She actually had the nerve to say this to her stepmom's friend.
That was so bad trip last time. Gypsy.
Hello. Big.
How you feeling?
Big.
Yep, you heard her right. She said big, haha. But I came across this, and this is gold. He is so handsome. She's okay with him getting some love. Are you playing World of Warcraft? No, he's playing with other men. Cutest couple ever. Stop lying. Don't do that to her. I love you, Gypsy. Only Gypsy loves Gypsy. Aw, I think you seem sweet. Yeah, Gypsy seems sweet, but she still cost 3 people their lives. That looks cold. Duh. Isn't that the point? I'm obsessed with Gypsy. Stop fucking lying to her. I know what you guys are doing. This one says, somebody nominate Brie, and then somebody says, no, she already swims in ice water daily. Another person said that she's an amazing mother, and they said Gypsy's worse than her own mother. Her own mother never took 3 people's lives. Someone said, here first. Don't get too close. You'll be gone next. Damn, girl, he got it easy. You missed the head. He often misses head. Wink. Somebody says that Ken got off lightly, and this person says, so did Gypsy. I love that you didn't even get his head. Always missing that dang head. I bet it was cold. Duh. Ken is just right for Gypsy. This ain't Goldilocks. And watch this.
You're not thinking about feelings. You know, not everybody got to take pictures with the Easter Bunny, Aubrey. Some people would rather that than none. At least those children got to meet us, Easter Bunny.
Somebody posted that because that is about slavery in the Ku Klux Klan, and what Bree said supposedly was racist. I don't know if that is true or not, but what she says is at least those children got to see or meet the Easter Bunny, and she uses this photograph. This photograph has widely been known as being a faction of the KKK, meaning that at least those certain children got to meet the KKK Easter Bunny. Is that true? I don't know. It's just a small clip taken out of context. However, they have been known to make blackface caricatures of Nina, the beauty influencer, who is African American. So can I believe it? Yeah, I could believe it very easily. Because if you didn't know, the KKK originated in Mississippi and Louisiana. The FBI has actually to warn people that in the summer and fall of 2024, the birth of several new local chapters of the KKK in Louisiana had been born. And also, the Louisiana State University libraries also published this. Scholarly publications based on the research in Louisiana and lower Mississippi Valley collections based on the KKK Baton Rouge chapter. That video clip of Bree on a live was captured by Dear What the Heck and posted on TikTok. That is the TikTok handle. But you can let me know what you think down in the comments below and if you caught that live or not and what you think about it. Down in the comments below, like always. I'll see you all on the flip side.
Keep making content.
And don't forget to subscribe, like, turn on notifications, and share.